A lovely Wednesday sunny day here in Utah. I am joined today with Stacy. You'll see her in her craft room over there. My name's
Hi.
Ashley from Create Room. We're both from Create Room, and I'm gonna have Stacy introduce herself in just a minute. But first, I just wanted to say hi. If you guys are watching, give us a hello and tell us where you're watching from, and then just tell you a little bit about what we're doing today, why we're on here live. So we just wanted to jump on. I wanted to introduce you to Stacy because she is one of our creator consultants here at Create Room, and I'm going to have her explain what that is and how she can help you. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about the Mother's Day sale that is starting this Friday, which we are all super excited about because the deals are really incredible. It's our biggest Mother's Day sale we've ever done. So we're really excited. And we just have a couple other fun things going on that I can share with you. So we are going to let's have Stacy. I would love for you to just tell us a little bit about you and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Stacy, and I was a military wife that moved around 10 different places, different countries, different states. I actually have 5 sons that were all born in a different state. And we have 5 grandkids as well. And interestingly, I have 5 sisters and 5 brothers as well. That's a lot of fives.
Ooh. That's
But
fun.
I have always loved crafting. And I've always, from the time I was little, I was always trying to come up with something. And it's a family tradition in a way because my mother really showed us she loved us by making us things. And so she would
Oh,
always make us a lot of different clothes or something that she hand stitched. And that's, when you have a lot of brothers and sisters, you don't always get individual attention, but we did get individual attention with these gifts. So
oh, that's cool. And I mean, I know that you are multi-talented when it comes to crafting. So did you feel like some of that came from your mom? I
I
know
did.
you do quilting and sewing.
Yes, I do.
Um,
I do quilting, and like my grandmother would make these quilts. This is my sister's quilt from my grandmother
oh,
many
oh,
years ago, like 50 years or whatever it's been for her.
oh, so that's really been like a family legacy just passing
Yes, and so
down.
like here's one my mother made for my 4th son.
Oh, that's
And so
so cool.
and so even though I didn't really know how to quilt, I decided I wanted to try when I had my first grandson. And I don't have their quilts with me right now,
Oh, so
but I
you're
made
just
him
used to
one.
quilting.
Yes, he's 8, so that's when I first
Okay,
started. And
that's so
I
cool.
have really enjoyed quilting. So I went from doing baby quilts to doing all kinds of things, and especially after I got my embroidery machine, and then I love doing machine embroidery. So
Okay, that's so fun to hear. I mean, you're also super talented. I've seen your art, like you're a painter, right? Painting mainly.
yes, yes.
It's really incredible. I mean, I have been so impressed. I've been to your house a couple times now and seen both of your dream boxes, which she has two, which
I
is
do have two.
kind of a fun fact about Stacy. And I love that. So the one that's behind you right now, this is kind of more your sewing quilting
This is my
one.
sewing and quilting one. It's my second one. So 3 years ago, during a Mother's Day sale, I bought this and a sew station. And the year before that, I had purchased my box, and it's in the office right where you walk in the house. And
Mhm.
it worked so well for me that I wanted to get one for in here because I knew that the system worked because I'm not an organized person like other people where if I can have something where it has a place and I can just take it out and dump and put back, I can keep it nice and I
Oh,
can keep it organized.
I like that description. It's like it's a I don't wanna say like organization for dummies, but it's like a system,
But
a
it
functional
but it
like
but it really is like I have a system here where this is the project we're going to work on, and everything for the project's just right here. So that's all I do.
oh, so you just pull it
I
right
just
out and
have
go.
everything right there, and then I can put it back in and stick it back up, and there's not a
Oh, I
big
love
mess.
it. I love it.
So,
It's fun to hear, and I think that's one of the things I like about, our community and the Dreambox community is that it is for everybody and it's so customizable. It works how you need it to work for you.
mhm.
For you, you've been able to have one that works for sewing and quilting, and then your other one I think is more dedicated to your painting and
I
that
watercolor and Cricut most and do Cricut projects mostly. I have a lot of different acrylic paints to paint on
watercolor.
different wood signs and many
Uh,
other things that every crafter dabbles in
okay, so
many,
you're
many things. So
talking about there more. So you got like your sewing and then your cricketing and all those fun things. Okay,
yes,
so and you have a sew station as well. So
yes, I
when did
do.
you get your sew station in this new dream box? Was it last Mother's Day or two
It
Mother's
was
Days?
3 Mother's Days ago.
3 Mother's Days ago. Okay,
Yes.
and that's actually a great segue into our, next well, I guess first we wanna talk about something else, but our Mother's Day sale, is one of our biggest sales of the year, every year. It's kind of Mother's Day, Black
Hmm.
Friday, but this one's a really special one because Stacey actually pointed this out to me when we were talking before, but this Mother's Day sale is almost like, it's the same offers as we offered for Black Friday. It's just as good of deals, and we've never done that before. So it's actually our best Mother's Day sale ever, and some of the same deals that you could get in our last biggest sale. So it's a really good one. And I'm really excited to have Stacey today because I mentioned she is one of our creator consultants, and I wanted her to kind of explain what that is and what she can do to help some of you that might be considering buying during the Mother's Day sale, or have had your eye but have some questions, potentially, or want to just talk to a real Dreambox owner face to face. I know that that's just sometimes it's so helpful to talk to someone who's gone through it. And Stacy really is a Dreambox owner, and she's a double Dreambox owner, and she's turned into all of our creator consultants are Dreambox customers who have transitioned now into helping other creators get their dream box and get set up on their crafting journey. So, Stacy, tell us what you do as a creator consultant and what that means.
Well, we Create Room wanted people to have the kind of experience I had when I bought my box, where I could go to the showroom and see it and go, "Oh, this is how it is, and this is what this." But
Right.
we don't have showrooms in every city and
Over.
every state, and so
Right.
this is what we can do. We can have a virtual consultation, and I can show you what comes with a dream box, which parts can move, how customizable it is. Can show you
Mhm.
any of the accessories or furniture like the dream cart, the sew station, the cubby, and
Mhm.
answer whatever kind of questions you have, what it's made from, or does this really last? It's like, well, I've had it for 4 years and it's in perfect shape and it
Mhm.
holds a lot of paper, very heavy
Uh,
paper.
yeah, all these really
And
detailed questions.
yes,
I, I love it. And I was
and
just gonna
so
say, oh yes, keep going, keep going.
I was going to say the other two things is one, you can show me your room and you can show me
Yeah.
your supplies or tell me what your needs are, and I can help you know if it'll fit or know which kind of things you might want depending on what you do, because you might not want the exact same accessories as I have. If you're not quilting and sewing, you might want something different. And the other thing is we have 4 different kinds of consultations. One is virtual, where we can meet together on Zoom or Google Meet. Second one is a
Mhm.
phone conversation where we can just talk. The third
Mhm.
one, you can come to my house if you live in Utah or if you want to drive to Utah. And
Mhm.
the other one is a text consultation if you just want to text back and forth.
And the way that you can do that, if you are looking for any of those options with Stacy, there's a QR code up in the left corner that you can scan with your phone's camera, or I think we have someone online that can share a link to her booking page, and either the QR code and that link that we just got shared will take you to that page where you can book any of those options with Stacy. And they're totally free and no pressure whatsoever. These ladies
Forgot
are
that
just,
part.
yeah, I know that's I it's a fun, I mean, it's something that we find a lot of value in. We love helping everyone have a good experience, and we know there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of decisions to make. There are some options to consider, and we're so happy to be able to have people like Stacy to put you in
Mm-hmm.
touch with, and kind of give you a personal experience in the checkout process.
And
So
there's two
that
big things we can help with. One, to help you know what you need. Do you really need those extra shelves? Or
right.
you can see the difference between the side tables and the dream cart and say, do I want this one, or do I want one side table and one dream cart? And I can show you how they work and what the pros and cons to them are, depending on what space you have.
Okay, that's such a good point. Like saving it can save you so much time and money on if we are wasting money on things that you might
Mm-hmm.
not have needed, or something that
Mm-hmm.
you might not like when, or you might prefer something different, a different option when you see it with Stacy. So that's a great point. And you're helping people. I mean, she's talking to customers every day, and I think you have this week's a little busy, but I think you might still have some availability.
I still
Um,
have availability this week, and I have next week opened up except for next Tuesday when it's a family wedding, but the rest of the week is very
okay.
open.
So when you look through, I think they can find a time that works for them, right? And it's like 30
Yes,
minutes
yes.
tops.
It's a 30
Amazing.
minute, and if somebody books a phone conversation, it'll say it's booked and somebody else will book it. You can book it at a later time for a different one. So it won't overbook anybody.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And then I was just gonna say, if she did say she has some availability this week, which this is a really good week to get in with Stacy if you can, because of that sale that's starting on Friday. So it's starting Friday morning at 12 p.m. Mountain Time to the public, but we do have early access options for people who are working with our consultants, or if you're on our text group or our Facebook group. So we do have some select ways you can get into the early access list. But if you work with Stacy this week and you're wanting to get, so the early access is a nice option because we are offering free gifts to the first 200 Dreambox orders, and then we're also doing, well, we have faster shipping for the first. The cutoff is it's going to just get longer as the sale goes on. So the earlier you order, the faster your shipping will be. And depending on what you order, you can see that at checkout. But it's as fast as 1 week, depending on your Dreambox style. So if you are interested in the Mother's Day sale, booking with Stacy ahead of time you can get all your questions answered. You can even get your order set up so that when it comes time for the sale to start, you basically just click a button, right? You just
Yes,
check out.
that's right. So I would have the invoice all ready with exactly what you want, put the sell prices in, and then Friday morning, 10 a.m. Mountain Time or whatever
Mhm.
place you live in. So it's like 9 a.m. in Pacific time or 12, noon at Eastern time.
Mhm,
Then you
mhm.
just click the button and go through purchase, and then you don't have to wait for it to go live and find out all the sale prices and do that.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, so and she can go through all the sale details with you and make sure that you're not missing out on anything that you might want that's on sale, and she can just make sure you're getting all the best deals, which is awesome. So I definitely recommend that, and I would, sooner the better. Friday's coming up quick. You can get all your questions answered, anything that you might be wondering about. And then when we started, Stacy, we were talking a little bit about, your mom and your experiences.
mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking about Mother's Day, and it's such a fun time to reflect on the memories that we have with our own moms. And I just wanted to ask you to share a little bit more about you and in this phase of life. How has the dream box kind of helped you create memories with loved ones, um, and kind of build your legacy of creativity with your family?
Well, my mother passed away about 10 years ago. And so anytime I see things that we did together, I think about her. When I quilt and sew, I think about her. And so it brings back memories, and I want to make those memories with my grandchildren that I have
Oh,
with her. And so the grandkids come and love to go in my other room and call it the art room and take things out and create to their heart's content. And they,
oh,
of course, think I'm magical because they're like, "Can you make this turtle?" And I'm like, "I've never made one before." Okay, let's make one. And then we make one, and they think it's fun. So, and I surprise myself.
I love
But
that.
but so I have memories because of Mother's Day and that type of thing. I have memories of my son coming and asking me if we could make a card with a butterfly on it so he could propose to his wife. And I was like, sure, I'll craft it with you.
That's
And
so
it
cool.
was because there was a special poem he wanted to use, and it was just really nice. But one of my
Oh,
favorite things is that there's memories with everybody, and so the memories I'm making a lot now are with my sisters as well. So we decided
oh,
to quilt a bench pillow together, and then we've been making different ones for different months now. So we've been enjoying
that's
being
so
able to
fun.
do that, and then they can come in here and I can be on my sew station. We can get the dream card out and have two machines in here, and we could cut, and it makes it really nice
Oh,
because we can fit us in here. So
that's so awesome that you have the setup that, people can come to your home and have these
mhm.
experiences with you. I wanted to also say, what would you say to people? I know, like, the dream box is a big, it can be seen as, it's a big investment, it's a big decision, it's a big piece of furniture. What would you say to someone who's considering it and maybe doesn't feel like, I don't know, they're worth it, or that they can justify the expense?
That was very difficult for me. I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and I never got it because of the expense. And
Mhm.
I'm like, I'll just make do. I'll make do with what I have. And
Yeah.
then when I actually went and saw one, and I went with my daughter-in-law, she told me that I deserved it and that it was worth it for me to get it. And so then they talked to my husband about it because we don't usually buy a lot of new things and spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
But once I got it and saw how much it changed and how it freed me up, instead of me always feeling like there's always a mess and I can't really create or I can't pull things out or embarrassed if somebody comes in the house and sees the big mess all over my kitchen table, then it's just freed me up. And so I'm like, why did I not do this years ago? That's what I felt like. And I just sat and stared at it for almost an entire year, just feeling like Santa Claus came.
Oh,
And I
I
like that
love
it's just beautiful when somebody walks in. And so
yeah.
it wasn't even a question at all between me or my husband when we got a second one, because it's like
That's so cool.
this works, and I can just sit down and just do my projects. Because otherwise, I
Yeah.
was trying to get into the closet and get things, and I'm like, it's not working in here.
Yes. So it sounds like it has kind of, for you, like, opened up this new area of opportunity and, like, almost awakening this side of you, of, like, this
It
creative
is.
side, and allowing you to explore
And I think
that.
most mothers are used to giving everything to everybody else. You take care of
Yeah.
your husband, you take care of your kids, you take care of your grandkids. I don't need this. I don't need this. But I am able to give more because I have it organized and I know where it is and I'm not buying extra things. But it's mostly the peace of mind of just knowing I can come in and create.
Yeah, you have a place, you have your place. And that's what I just think for
Hmm.
so many women, like, you made this point, but so many women are spending so much of their life serving so many other so others and their family. And I love the point that you made that, sometimes it feels like, oh, is this like a selfish thing, but really it's helped you even do more
Hmm.
of that. So cool, like filling your own cup to be able to then have experiences with your own grandkids and your kids and your
Hmm.
sisters, and making, you more, I feel like, more fulfilled, so that you can be more complete when you're
Hmm.
interacting with your loved ones. It's
I'm more
so cool.
fulfilled and I can give more.
Yeah. Oh, I love this conversation, and if you guys wanna have more conversations like this with Stacy, you can book with her. You can do a virtual call, a phone call, a text, an in-person visit if you're close by. And she's just a total delight, and she is a Dreambox owner. She knows so much. She knows probably any question you have, she can get you an answer to. So I definitely encourage you guys to meet with Stacy And anything else, Stacy, that you want to share before we wrap up?
I just wanted to say that I love this company. When I started working with this company, they are all people who want to make the world a better place and want people to find joy in the people around them and have a way to make the world good because of all the people that you're surrounded with. It's all about connection
Oh.
and being able to create. So
Oh, I love that. And I love that we are bringing, hopefully we're just expanding the net. We'd love for you guys to join us in this community and come be a creator and find your, you're born to create. We truly believe that. We believe everyone has that inside them. So thank you so much, Stacey. It's been such
you're
a joy.
welcome.
Okay, if you guys have any questions, reach
Okay.
out to Stacey and have an awesome day and happy early Mother's Day.
Yes.
Okay.